Welcome back. It is 1569, last year of the decade. Very exciting. In the last one, Gabriel became an elder. Nicholas married Damaris, and she's already not getting along with the family. Alice found out that her ex-bestie is now engaged to her ex-husband and that her lover is not responding to her. And Juliana has been sneaking out to have a little romance of her own. So this year, we're going to check on the twins and Eustace. So, not too much. Let's first roll for the twins. No 7, 14, or 19. Genevieve, that was a little close. Genevieve and Gwendolyn both survived. Eustace can't get a 2, 4, or a 6. He survived. And then for our townies, yeah, we have a couple of teenagers, so that is exciting too. And that's really it for the birthday, so let's hop into the game. Alrighty, so the first thing we're going to do is marry Bert and Enid. They are going to get married to each other. Poor Alice, never had a chance. That's what happens. And you know what? We have been the person who has betrayed their friend before, so, it's interesting to be on the other side of that. And, yeah, and I'm also going to turn neighborhood stories on for some of the townies. Obviously not for our families, but for some of the other families. Like, I don't really care if Enid and Bert have children. That doesn't really matter, but it might be nice for them to, so I'll just let them do their thing. So they are going to get married here. I don't know why I can no longer change that and create a sim to married. I really don't get it, and it's frustrating, but whatever, I don't know how to fix it. And we're just going to have to keep going this way. So there they are. We're going to head now back to our household, but, well, not but. One of the things that I did want to do was just turn this last section over here into a residential rental as well. So now we have all of the sections are split up. I just didn't want to, we don't have anything to put in there, anyone to put in there, but I just wanted to do that because, for any future moving ins that have to happen. So anyway, we are going to start off the day by baking a cake because it is the twins' birthdays. They are going to become toddlers today, which is really exciting. So let's get them going. Their father is going to come and help them blow out the candles wherever they may be. So here we go. And we'll have both Genevieve and Gwendolyn blow out the candles and age up into toddlers. Very exciting. And I just love them. Except I don't know why they're both wearing that CC. But anyway, everything is good. Let's all have cake together. Let's all be happy together. Damaris is still not pregnant yet, but that's okay. We have plenty of people in our household. So here is little Genevieve. She is such a cutie pie. And we are going to give her some skin details and stuff, and then we'll just put her in her little outfit. And then here is Gwendolyn, also really cute. It looks like they're not identical. I believe they're not identical. I think their faces are a little different, but that's okay. They're both cutie pies. And then we'll get you also dressed, and then we'll head back to our household. So here we go, just updating the family tree here, making sure that our sweet, sweet babies are in it. And then, yeah, we are just going to watch me get distracted and not save that picture and then have to go back and save it again. So that's how I miss stuff. That's how I mess up the tree and stuff, but that's okay. So like I said before, Nicholas, has been having a pretty hard time. He's been depressed. I think he's starting to feel a little better, but he's definitely been struggling, and only time will heal, right? and also trying to focus on his children, focus on his marriage, focus on just living the life that he wants to be living and it thinks he's supposed to be living and everything. So I'm going to have them woohoo again one day. Maybe they'll have a baby. Again, I'm not really forcing it. I'm just having them woohoo, not try for a baby. Oh, that's what you're supposed to do anyway. And there's a fire in the house. Of course there is. There's always a fire in this house. I really don't know what to say about that, but there is literally always a fire in this house. So anyway, I'm going to fix things up here. And yeah, Nicholas is having a hard time. Also, Damaris is not getting along with like anyone in the household. She's already disliked by both Gabriel and Juliana. And I'm going to have her, so she's doing the public enemy aspiration, so she needs to be disliked by 4 Sims. So, of course, I'm going to have her, she's already disliked by Celestia as well, and now I'm going to have her start targeting the twins. I really do think that she is looking to have a son, have a, heir to the family, and kind of, push all the other children aside and, kind of take control of the household. And so because she's already got such a bad relationship with everybody, we are going to have Gabriel and Juliana kind of talk to Nicholas and be like, hey, so things aren't going super well. And it's really hard because even though Gabriel is technically the head of this household, he's very old now. He's very old. He's not as spry as he used to be. And so Nicholas has been taking on a lot more duties in the household. And he has been really starting to focus on, what it means to be the leader of the house. And we know that Gabriel is going to die in a few years. So Nicholas has been taking up a lot of responsibilities. And so Gabriel has kind of lost some influence over his own household because he's been really only focusing on Juliana while Nicholas really runs the house. So that has been a struggle, and Nicholas is just like, Damaris is obviously helping. She's doing what I married her to do. Like, if you don't like her attitude, like, whatever. So anyway, Juliana is going to sneak out again to go see Anchor. These two are such a cute couple. Their bars are all the way full. They are so obsessed with each other, and it got up so quickly. So I'm really happy with them. And then we're doing the Romantic Explorer aspiration with them. And we're using the blanket. We need to discuss romantic boundaries. We need to have a romantic partner. We need to embrace 3 times. We already have level 4 of the romance skill. So she's making pretty quick work of it. The hard part, oh my gosh, you guys, do you have to autonomously do that? I'm not letting her get pregnant before marriage. That's not, we did that so many times, Juliana. I'm not letting you do that. Oh, he proposed to her. Of course she's going to accept. And she is really excited, but also she feels kind of guilty, right? Because she hasn't told him that she is Juliana Larkin. She hasn't told him the truth. He doesn't care about who she is, and he loves her and she loves him. And that's why they have, gotten this far, but now she's starting to feel a bit guilty because she hasn't told him her true identity or anything, and she feels like she's getting to the point he wants to get married. She's going to have to tell him. She's going to have to tell him that she's been sneaking out to meet him, that her father doesn't want her to go anywhere, all this stuff. She's really going to have to start being honest with him, but she just feels like she can't just yet. I mean, she's still young, she's still, I don't even remember how old she is, but she's not very old. And so anyway, Damaris is going to kind of catch her coming back in and is going to be mean to her. And Damaris isn't like going to tell Gabriel or anything. She's just going to, make fun of her, call her names, kind of be like, oh, figures that you are just like all your family members, doing things you're not supposed to, blah, blah, blah. And I do want them to become enemies because she needs to have a declared enemy, reach level 4 of the criminal career, and get into 5 fights. So obviously the criminal career isn't a thing that they're really supposed to be doing. But we can just say that she's out socializing during those hours. She's out, doing lady things. I don't know. But yeah, so we're going to have them become enemies because, I think that she definitely wants to get Juliana out of the house. And that's probably another reason why she's not telling Gabriel that Juliana's been sneaking out, because she doesn't want Gabriel to, prevent Juliana from making some kind of mistake that would end up with her leaving the house. So that's what she's focused on. And then she's going to get into a fight with Gabriel. For some reason, they were just ready to fight. I don't know why she can't fight with Juliana. I wonder if it's because Juliana is a proper sim. But she can fight with Gabriel. And so I think that Gabriel is probably going to be like, look, you don't run this household. And Damaris is like, actually, I do. Because Nicholas is letting me do whatever I want and he's in charge and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so her dad invites her out, and I am just rolling with it. I think that it would be interesting for her to see her parents because they're also evil and everything. And they're like, look, you need to try harder, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, look, I've gained control of this household. Everyone is deferring to me. I'm in charge. And her dad's like, yeah, but you don't have a son yet. You don't have an heir. And that means that you don't really have any power in that house. And so he's encouraging her to get pregnant with a son and for her to, really solidify her place in the family and everything. And, he even says like, well, we need to build more familial connections with the family. So why don't you have your brother hang out with your stepdaughter a little bit, like have them try to become friends and everything. And so keep in mind too, that Camille, who is her little brother, is, he's good. He's not evil. And I think that that's going to be a really interesting part of the story where he's the only good person in his household. And so he could be a really good friend to Celestria. But anyway, part of Juliana's aspiration here now is also to get gold on a romantic date. So we are going to come over here and try to get them to have gold on their date. Oh, look at how happy she is. And then, okay, achieve level 7 romance, perform 25 romantic interactions, and mess around in 3 different locations. So they've already, at his house. Even though she did end up getting pregnant and I had to stop that. But that's fine. And so I'm just trying to have them get gold on their date, get these romantic interactions, kind of spending some time together. And again, like I said, she kind of, she feels guilty. And she keeps thinking to herself, like, I should just tell him. And she is just really concerned about what his reaction is going to be because she's been kind of lying to him about her identity this whole time. And she knows he's such a great person, but she just can't. Like, she's so anxious about it. And like I said, keep in mind, she's still young. She's going to make bad decisions. Like, she's making decisions based on the way that she's lived her life so far and not based on what, like, you should be doing, right? Like, about what, you're supposed to have open and honest communication with your partner. You're supposed to not be sneaking out of your house every night. Like, you're supposed to be doing other things, but because, she's an overprotective father and because of the way that she was raised, she is definitely, focusing a lot on trying to continue what she is able to do by sneaking out. And so obviously that's not a good idea, but she's making bad decisions. So that's fine. Then we're going to come home right now. And you need to change your outfit out of that. That's not the right outfit. And then, yeah, so we are going to woohoo again with these two. So hopefully they can, have a baby. Not because I'm like really, really trying to have them have a baby, but I feel like Damaris would be trying to have a child. She'd be focused a lot on that. And so she is going to try and have a son for him so that she can get, get more power in the family. And then also I'm having Nicholas work on his aspiration. So he's working on the Renaissance Sim aspiration. So he needs to get his skills up to level 8. So that would be fine. And then, yep, we're just hanging out with these kiddos and doing their thing. And then, yeah, like I said, Camille is going to be coming over because his parents sent him over, and he's worried about it because he's not like the rest of his family. But then he gets to meet Celestria because, they're trying to kind of add more connections between their two families. And so he actually realizes that she's cool, and she is a little bit hesitant around him at first, obviously, because she does not like her stepmother. But then she realizes that he's a good kid, and the two of them can kind of commiserate about not liking Damaris together. If you hear that, it is a dog bone against my chair. Yep. But anyway, yeah, so the kids are getting to know each other. Oh, look, 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 look. She's nauseous. She's nauseous. She's having a baby. Okay, so we are definitely pregnant. And then I'm trying to get her to stop worrying too much about the situation. She's having like a mental burnout. And I think that she's really worried about solidifying her place, even though she knows that she kind of has free reign of the house. Like, Nicholas is not doing anything about this behavior. He's really not. Like, he's still not in a great place. Like, I do think that he's been improving. He's been trying to focus on the kids and stuff, but like he's just not super attentive to the emotional well-being of other people in the household. So then I'm just going to grab some birthday sims as well. For birthdays this year, we have obviously Genevieve and Gwendolyn Larkin both becoming toddlers. We have Eustace Hobard becoming a child and joining the club. We have Hury and Amice Brigg both becoming teenagers. They're actually both already teenagers, so that's I don't have to age them up. And then Ineade Whitehead I made into a young adult just because I wanted her to be an adult for getting married. So there's that. And then we're just going to give these kids a makeover, and that'll be that. So in the next one, we're going to have our decade recap video. That'll be fun. And then we're going to get started into the 70s, yeah, the 1570s. And let me see. I mean, obviously we have birthdays for literally everybody, but I don't think we have any big events in the 1370s. No, it doesn't look like historically there's any events until like 1587, where King James becomes the heir. And then there's a plague in 1592. But other than that, yeah, James becoming king, that's really the only thing that happens until we decide to go to America. So that's really exciting. Only 50 years left before we head over to America. So that'll be really fun to kind of play as poor people again. But anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed this part. I'm having so much fun with this family, and I'll catch you in the next one.